Welcome. It's Tarot Mi Amor special on the beach edition here. This early morning of the 14th of April, and guys and I are going to do the Morning Quickies. 3-card love read. Now we'll start with Aries and timestamp them, guys, as usual.
Hola, amigos.
Welcome. It's a nice morning. It's like what
good.
I like. There's like no wind, you know. But so we were saying we're going to pull through the deck, you know, and see how this goes, right? So for Aries, you know, and about the reversals. Wow. And
we have the Temperance, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Devil.
yeah, the Devil card. Sagittarius, Capricorn on the table. Well, already, you know, I have a different feel to this, Aries, because when I don't have the bottom of the deck, I feel like I'm looking at something in between always, like what's going on either side. So this is always, to me, the person, Aries, where your mind is at, where your heart is at around relationships. And that's Sagittarius, but temperance. So patient, could be someone who's been single for a while, maybe, babe. You know, you wouldn't think of a Sag that way necessarily, but maybe you would. But it could be that energy. But then, you know, there's this hard work coming in, the Eight of Pentacles. That's nothing but good there. You know, and that's kind of where you're at now. You know, maybe call this work. Maybe watching a tarot reading is work here for you. And that's the soul's work. That's around love and relationships and, you know, your energy, right? That's what that is. So you've been doing the work, maybe, you know, being whatever that means for you, right? And being in pretty good balance here with temperance, you know, and temperance is kind of Jupiter to me, and it's like positive and hopeful and that kind of energy. But now, what do you got for the advice? And I kind of like look at this almost for the advice. It's like up against definitely you, and here I think this is Aries working and trying to do the good work and do the right thing. But now this is coming in the Devil.
Be careful, no, with the. So what? How do you see?
Spiritual vanity. Spiritual vanity is the last real sin, you know, of an evolved person. I read several times, no? Kind of comes to mind because you're doing the work. You're in this energy of the temperate, but you end up here, and you know, addictions, obsessions, that kind of energy. I mean, if you literally have a Capricorn, you know, and you know, let's make the distinctions though. Clarify that with the Queen of Wands. So to clarify the Devil, I think it would be a fire sign, not a Capricorn. So it's kind of like this is going to be somebody that's selfish, I think, and kind of all about them. I mean, not the Queen of Wands, beautiful energy, Queen of Wands, take that day and night, but mixed with the Devil, I think this is what you get. So, I don't know, Aries, take that as a warning, no? And you're going to pull through the deck, and we'll just put these on the bottom, and the next three. Thank you, Aries. Taurus.
Now we're going to do the quickie mornings for our friends.
14th of April, no? 2021.
See, we have the Ace of Swords, the World,
wow, Taurus,
and the Justice. A ver.
Yeah, what do you see? Anything?
I think with someone that get divorced. No, now it's feeling like, hey, I'm come back to myself. and is waiting for the justice, no?
Yeah, the
So
divorce, waiting on
mhm.
it. Yeah, they that, yeah, it's just like you have the most perfect. That's a perfect literal reading. Yeah,
Maybe
I
like
mean,
that.
and if you're not in a marriage, maybe you you took action here with words,
Mhm.
and that could be cutting something off. The Ace of Swords off the bat. I'm done. Playing anymore, and yeah, and that levels you up. I like to look at the world. It levels you up. Yeah, just like y'all was saying, and you feel like you're at a new level, but here you are with you're just waiting on some justice, and that
Mhm.
damn well could be a settlement, unless, hopefully you're not vindictive, but and you're waiting on some karma to happen to the person. I think, yeah, this is you're waiting on a
No, but it's
divorce
like
or waiting to be set finally free and feel like you can
mhm.
move on into this new cycle you have for yourself, Taurus.
Bueno,
See?
okay.
All right, so thank you guys.
Thank you.
We're just going to go to Gemini,
We're
and we're
going to
pulling
do
through the
the
deck this morning.
quickie morning,
The
morning,
quickly mornings for the
quickie,
14th of
morning
April.
quickies for our friends.
Special on the beach edition.
Tauro,
Mm.
Capricorn,
Gemini.
okay, for Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Hermit.
The Hermit, see. Let's see. So, this is always you in this reading. This is where you're at in your mind, your heart, in and around relationships here. And it's already with pulling through and just using the three cards, it really changes the feeling of this read for me from the when you have the bottom of the deck. I keep seeing this is where you're kind of in, where you are kind of in between something.
Mm-hmm.
So in between what? This is like you, and this is being mature and grounded, right? And
Mm-hmm.
knowing your value and knowing your worth and kind of being really good energy,
Mm-hmm.
And then this is really positive.
See?
Like maybe this
It's
is
like a
someone,
successful, no?
yeah, someone feeling like they're really ready to, maybe with the Six of Wands and Five of Wands is that fighting, and the Six of Wands is like, I'm not fighting anymore. I'm gonna go do something, great and live my life and
Mm-hmm.
be fulfilled,
Mm-hmm.
And then the Hermit now could be a Virgo card coming in, a person,
Mm-hmm.
or it could mean that, even though you have this, you're still in this introspective phase. Look at this as introspection where we're focusing on ourselves, which is great. Queen, you'd think is already kind of there. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles. This is like my favorite card in this deck, maybe. I mean, that's powerful. Very powerful.
See, for
So,
me, it's like this person make a very good job and it's come back broad and the, like growing,
mm-hmm.
no? But at the time when you have a long day, you need to rest. And when you rest, you think in your day and how I can be better, or like you come back to
See,
yourself, no, for
mm.
make you a better person. No?
Then this would be being grounded and, like Yaz is saying, being very grounded in yourself, very strong. Look at this. Maybe, this is how Queen of Pentacles would be when she lets her hair down, now in the evening. This could also be a Virgo. If there's a Virgo in your life or coming up, then they might be bringing you an Ace of Pentacles. They might be very solid. It's a very good match for a Queen.
See,
It's like, Queen might like that. I'm saying.
así es.
So thank you,
Thank you.
Geminis. Now we do our Cancer friends.
We're going to do the morning quickies for our Cancer friends.
We're just reading through the deck this morning, guys. Try to make it even quicker and maybe see if people like that better. So this is going to be always, this is you in and around relationships, where your head is at, where your heart is at. Here, the moon. Look at that. I see this is almost like any question you might have while you're watching the tarot. Something more specific, but this is a pretty strong alignment here. I mean, now with the moon, very emotional. You're in a very emotional state around relationships. Here, I don't see good or bad. I see maybe someone very emotional and wanting to give their cup of love, or maybe you are giving your cup of love, Cancer. But also with the moon, it could be a sense in yourself that there might be something that you don't see, Cancer, about this cup. I think that you're giving. I mean, this could be their person, though, but I think there's something about this cup you don't see. There's something about what's going on. Maybe this is what this one will clarify what's going on with that. I'm sorry, it's from the last one. This will clarify in the King of Swords. So,
it looks like there's a hiding things, and now that you cannot see, this is in the past. In the present, you start to see the hiding things, and in the future, you will have a very good or seriously conversation about the hiding things for put the limits. No?
And the Ace of Cups could be having some clarity about what this is, because this is about love and relationships. So whatever it is was hidden from you, maybe this is you having some idea. Maybe you know what that is right now, and yeah, like you said, this is owning it, taking responsibility for it, not the King of Swords, mentally and communication wise, totally taking responsibility. So yeah, like it, Cancer.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, amigos.
Gonna go to Leo. We're pulling through the deck today.
The quickie mornings for our friends, Leos. Yo, I do.
You go ahead. Okay, Leos.
Thank you.
What we got here?
We have the Ten of Swords, the Hierophant, and the Nine of Cups.
Okay. I gotta say, this is the first time we've just decided to do this, right? Today is like dead quiet. Now, a lot of times we're thinking maybe because of the wind, but not having that fourth card from the bottom just changes this reading for me. But I like it. Maybe it's three, such a dynamic energy. Here's the wind. Speak thy name, wind, and you come up. So, Leos, Ten of Swords. How can you look at that? Good news is that you're done with something. Done with a marriage. This is like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. And the Hierophant is higher learning. The system, the church, could say government, definitely marriage, and this is a love reading, or if not a marriage, a long-term committed relationship.
And then we come back to the Happy Bachelor, no?
Come back to the Happy Bachelor. I mean, there's a story here. Now, we agree that's kind of the story, no? So, for Leo, where does that leave you now? If this isn't already happening, this is going to happen, is what the reading's saying. So you're going to be good. I mean, you're going to be emotionally intact. So however bad the relationship was, to have the Nine of Cups here is incredibly reassuring. That means you're going to bounce back and be yourself and be strong emotionally within yourself and self-fulfilled. And where does that lead? To the Six of Pentacles. And I think really, with the Six of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups here, it's 6 months, at least, right? You're going to go into this period where it's just going to be cool doing you, and it's going to be cool, and you're going to be having fun. And there's kind of a release to it, from this committed relationship or marriage, That's how it reads. Leos, thank you, guys.
Gracias.
And now I do our favorite sign.
We're going Virgos. To do the Quickies mornings for...
The Quickly mornings for the 14th of April, guys. Holy moly.
For our friends, Virgo.
Okay.
So we have the Queen of Swords.
Queen of Swords.
The Four of Pentacles. And the Six of Cups.
Six of Cups. And I was telling, say this every time, but I could see from YouTube people just listen to theirs, which is the point. We're trying to speed this up a little too with just pulling through the deck, which is fine with me, but boy, it changes the reading when it's 3 cards, And I see this one in the middle is now, this is the kind of what the person's in the middle of. What is their question? What's going on? And the Four of Pentacles, that, you're feeling like you got to hold on to your pentacles, your money. But in terms of love, also could be withholding love or holding back or not wanting to. And maybe it's not a bad thing, not wanting to let go of themselves into the love. But now in the relationship area, this is how you're feeling and thinking, kind of what you're channeling, which is a very mature energy, a mature Virgo, man or woman. Doesn't matter, who's receptive, but also doesn't take any craps, not afraid to speak their mind. The Queen of Swords, it's all about the mind. She knows her mind, She knows the limits of her or not. She doesn't see the limits of her mind. She has a lot of power, and she has that sword. But look, I always point with this card. Look at the doves, especially in this deck. This is the Gilded Royale. She's not out to make trouble, but she ain't gonna let trouble make her. She ain't playing, right? So that's a good energy to be in. It's a great energy to be in, where your mind around relationships, feeling assertive and strong, you wouldn't be afraid. But there must be something. And here we have the Six of Cups, the outcome. So what romantic feelings of past loves, soulmate energy, past loves, nostalgic feelings around love. That's a long way to go from the Queen of Swords to the Six of Cups, because the Queen of Swords is not, you wouldn't think of as someone that's going to melt.
And what?
Melt, like, just be very soft and mew, kitten soft. Like, this is like not, no? But that's kind of what this is, So I see where here, Virgo, something's going to come along here real soon. This is a daily reading, the 14th of April, guys. And it's going to melt your heart, because that's what I see here now. Your heart's kind of closed. The Queen of Swords can be a little hard. That's the thing. It can be a little hard to get into her. I'm saying she doesn't melt, guys. But something's coming in here and happening right now, and it's just going to melt your heart, man. All right? So, there's worse things than having your heart melted, Virgos. Thank you, guys. And pulling through the deck today is kind of an experiment, but I'm digging it. Sorry, Libras. So, beautiful morning.
See, we're going to do the quickie morning for our friend. Morning quickies.
Quickly mornings.
For our friend Libra.
Libras, and for the 14th of April, guys.
I forget. Okay.
It's okay.
We have the Empress,
nothing's an accident.
the Strange, and the Two of Wands.
All right, Libra. Look at that. Got you the Empress. So, nothing's an accident. You're showing up in and around relationships. This is where you're at. Tarot doesn't lie, as the Empress. Nothing but good here, Libra. And so, I see the Empress a lot as Venus. So, really strong Venus, woman, mature. It doesn't have to be a woman here, but it's that divine feminine energy, so abundant, so voluptuous here, the Empress, and strong. And the Empress here, she can take care of an empire. It's almost like she's the mother, of the empire here. So a powerful place to be in terms of love and relationships to start. And then look here now, strength. We're going to clarify this. But look, the Empress and strength together. It's like that's the Empress walking her lion. Look out, because this is not one of those Libras like a people pleaser. You might actually be, but you ain't playing. This is a Libra that's got to have maturity. I'm thinking past your first Saturn return at least, and you have wisdom, and you maybe have some assets. You have some abundance, that you're coming from. But now the Two of Wands, clearly a decision, huh? Where are you going? You're moving away.
Wow.
Okay, now 3-card reading, I should say here, Libra. Your readings are on Wednesdays, no?
Move away, no?
Yeah. As strength, often I see as like you're blessed with strength because you're going to need it. already got it. So, and also this is you really realizing your value and your self-worth. And like the emperor, and the empress, you don't abuse them, man. That's the one person in the world is like any way, shape, or form. You gotta always treat them with complete respect, and you're walking away. You're choosing. I told you, you're gonna make a choice to walk away, to move away, and it could be that you even have to move away a little bit. It's not an easy getaway. Yeah, there's something going on, and all that. But I was gonna say, so look at your couples reading. Probably be the most helpful, which is up for this week today, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. Today we're doing Libras and Virgos. Thank you.
Now we are going to do the morning quickies for our friend Scorpio. Mm-hmm. We have the Page of Cups, the Fool, and the Ten of Wands.
All right. Page of Cups, the Fool, and the Ten of Wands. We're just reading through today, guys, and really changes it with 3 cards, For the 14th of April, I should say. But you get anything, with the Page of Cups, I wrote about that the other day. This is where your mind's at now around relationships. It's kind of an appropriate energy, like if you're not really attached so much, because you don't want to go, if you're, say, single, you don't want to go around the Knight of Cups all the time, just rolling at people with your horse and your cup. So this is more appropriate. But being in a place where you want to offer your cup of love, you want to say, I love you, or at least maybe not even I love you. Page of Cups is more like, I really like you, let's go out on a date, let's get to know each other, that kind of thing. And then what with the Fool? I kind of see this as you too, though, unless you're, because you're taking that leap, starting that journey. And that's where you're at now, and it's like your question, I think, now.
It will be very, later will be hard or difficult. Maybe we can clarify.
Yeah, and so this would say, how does it turn out when the Fool takes, this reminds me like the Wile E. Coyote, when the coyote hits the ground and falls 1,000 foot down the cliff and goes, fortunately it's only a cartoon, but yeah, it's like you take the leap, you're off the cliff, and then, you end up the 10 of Wands. And we could clarify that, but that's where you're heading here. And with the 5 of Cups, yeah. So, sometimes that's life. Sometimes, sometimes you get the bear, and sometimes the bear gets you. But thank you, Scorpios. And we're pulling through the deck today, sad. So it's an experiment, but boy, it changes things for me when it's 3 cards. It seems like a more dynamic reading somehow. I'm trying to be a little bit quicker. Maybe that's good for people.
This is the Quickie Morning for our
14th of April. So?
Okay. We have the Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the 8 of Cups.
So you're showing up. This is you, where you're at in and around relationship, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. And that's Sagittarius right there. So to me now, boom, you're showing up in your own reading.
See?
And with the Magician here, in this sense, I think this is speaking to something. I think I'm going to clarify this, because I think you're walking away from something, a huge cycle, pattern, and because there's a lot of really good energy right now, and still moving forward for a minute longer. And look at the power, look at the volcano behind them and everything. I don't think it's about sex necessarily. I'm not sure it's even about a relationship, like a relationship with yourself. And then 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I was going to say, why did I do it for? I wanted to see what you're moving away from, because you're obviously moving away from something now. So my question, why I clarified this, what is it they're moving away from? You were moving away from the lack mentality. I had a very good feeling about that when I saw it, like the whole thing. So, there's a beautiful example how the 8 of Cups turns into something you don't really expect, but it's perfect. And now just remember, you're using everything you got. It's like a street fight. Everything's legal,
Everything is legal.
Don't get that from your tarot reader so much. Put that down in the books for your interpretation of the magician. It's like a street fight.
Okay. Thank you, amigos.
Yeah, thank you.
Now we're going to do
Capricorn for the 14th of April.
Capricorn.
We're reading through the deck here, guys.
We have the Five of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups.
Okay. You know what? Kind of had an idea. Okay. There's something about the way that came out. We usually don't do the reverses. Well, I got a feeling. What do you think? We could go.
See?
So yeah, we're reading through the deck today, Capricorn. So just kind of experiment, see how it goes. But boy, it changes things. This almost kind of becomes so important. But this is almost like the question too. But here, obviously that's struggling. This could be two here. This is the person. This is you in and around relationships, Capricorn. So this could be like feeling like you're not getting any purchase, like your efforts are not getting you anywhere, like you're spinning your wheels, like the couple zoom, 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 and yeah, because this is. But you could be fighting with someone too. But I tend to see this more. Oh, bless you, babe. We both got the allergies, but
see the allergies today.
You think paradise is all, fun and games, but no. It's also allergies, But so this is you not doing that anymore. I think that's what this is. This is you, whatever it is.
Working in yourself.
It's like, yeah, so now what would be the next one? It would be the Six of Wands, no? If you move out of this. So moving, and that's the energy of movement and being positive and everything. And so, and with the Three of Coins in reverse, that really makes a lot of sense because you're not giving it energy anymore. You're just not giving it energy. And then you express this Queen of Cups, which for you, Capricorn, could either be you expressing that more loving side of yourself because you're not doing this anymore. Maybe we're expecting too much, beating yourself up, whatever it was. You're done with that. And or this is how it works with the mirror. You bring in a Queen of Cups, a Cancer person or water person, but someone who's loving and really understands emotions, emotionally available, emotionally intelligent, self-aware, empathetic, and knows boundaries and understands the heart. Is a queen, somebody mature. So that's a really beautiful reading, Cap. Thank you, guys.
Okay, amigos.
And now, Aquarius friends,
we're going to do the quickie mornings for our Aquarius friends.
14th of April.
We have the Three of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the King of Pentacles.
King of Pentacles. And we're just reading through the deck today, so boy, it changes the reading when there's only the three cards for me. So, you hear someone watching a tarot reading with the Nine of Swords at 3 a.m. or if you normally sleep at this time that you're watching it, maybe now. I often see this reflecting where someone's at now, kind of what the question is. And this is their energy and around relationships where you're at, and that's out looking for love, It's in terms of where you're at in love, you're looking, or you were looking. If you look at this as past, right? But now you're really wondering what's going on. And then the King of Pentacles, that's got to be your person. So it's going to be a Taurus, maybe a Earth sign, maybe a Capricorn, person. Someone who's mature, maybe possibly a little bit older. If not, someone who has that gravitas about them, even though they're young. They have that way about them, maybe. Let's see what they're doing. Wow. I kind of still see this as your person now. If you're not you're in this energy here with this person, but I think this is showing that I don't want to. Maybe they could be being selfish, really. They could be being selfish. They could be being self-centered. They're very self-contained. They don't need a lot from anyone, and I think that's what's got you upset here. So, what I would say here, Aquarius, is look to the personal readings, the heart spread for this, because obviously there's a relationship here, no? And then that'll be coming up Saturday for the second half. There's already this week, this coming up week is already up. You can see it below, right? So thank you, guys.
Gracias, amigos.
And now, Pisces.
We're going to do the quick mornings for our friends Pisces.
For the 14th of April, 2021. And we're reading through the deck today, guys, doing a little differently. Making it a 3-card reading, which is making it a little different for me.
And we have the
Say Pisces showing up in your own reading. Sagittarius is there. Let's see what else we got.
And the
Eight of Pentacles. So this is an interesting read, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure I see you're showing up in, when I see you showing up in your own reading like this,
The Hanging Man,
12th house, right? Neptune stuff. And the Hanging Man is just waiting too, a lot of it. You know, you're trying to see things from a different perspective, but however you look at it, it's holding back, waiting. At the highest level, it could be trusting in divine timing, and this is really the meaning of Pisces, right? It should be the most evolved spiritual self, and so it has that kind of a magnificent patience that can just exist, knowing that everything is perfect and things will manifest, you know. But at some level, it's hanging back, no? See? And then Temperance comes in. This is where we're at now. And that's that Sagittarius energy, but it's ironically to me about patience and balance, and also Jupiter and optimism. So again, it's like somebody that's waiting, not patiently, but with a sense of optimism, and that you know the good things are coming. You know you're in the right place, right? Even though you're not, acting right now. And so this could be you knowing that you need to do you, knowing you need this time to go inside and introspect. It's like a retrograde planet, retrograde period, more like an outer planet, because it probably goes on for months here, or who knows, a little bit longer. And then this is you in the near future, and also your advice is doing the good work, so continuing to do the good work. 8 of Pentacles, that's working on you and on relationships. And let's see because, if you do good work, you get paid. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Get paid in the devil's coin, doesn't it? You get paid in the devil's coin. So, could be a Capricorn too. Mm-hmm. So if it's a Capricorn, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd put it like that, Pisces. If it's not a Capricorn, it's going to be hot. And out of all that, you're going to be, if you could have been single for a while, you're going to go from like 0 to 150. Ladies. It's going to be, so either way, just be careful for the obsessions and all of that. And look to your end of the month reading coming up on Saturday. And we already have up this week. We have the 3rd week up. So look back at that for the couples, the heart spread, guys. I think there might be something more there for you. But, yeah. You're going to go from 0 to 150. Okay, amigos. I hope you like it. Give us a like. It's easy. And share. That's cool. And appreciate your subscriptions. That helps a lot, guys. Thank you.
Have an excellent day.
Right. All right.
Just I take the time, so going too fast for you.
Okay, let me turn it off. Thank you, guys. Wow, what a beautiful still morning.
See?